What is going on, everybody? It is Dylan with Astrodfs bringing you a brand new video. Today's video, I'm going over Week 14's Millie Maker first look. So, quarterback, there's only one quarterback above 8K, and we get Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. This is going to be a really, really interesting one from the perspective of Kansas City's defense has been playing really well. Bills' offense has been playing really good lately. 66 points in the last two games. But Mahomes and that Kansas City offense, though, has been lackluster. Like, this is criminal looking at these fantasy points from Patrick Mahomes this season. Like, get Matt Nagy out of there. Stop letting him call plays. It's terrible. But yeah, that's probably a key matchup people are going to look at. Lamar against the Rams, 7,700. That's pretty good price point for him against the Rams. CJ Stroud getting a really good matchup against the Jets. And when I say good, I mean it's a good test for him. Don't really like that matchup, but CJ Stroud has proven it doesn't matter the matchup. Justin Herbert 7,500 against Denver, so we're gonna get Herbert versus Russ. That's gonna be a good game. That should be a good game. Fields 6,800 against Detroit, so a rematch of just a few weeks ago. And we saw, Justin Fields 24 points at 6,900, so. Pretty good. He's $100 cheaper in the same matchup, and they're at home. So that's a good one there. Watch the Trevor Lawrence news against Cleveland. That's something to watch for. I would expect him, like everyone, just out. Brock Purdy, 6,500 against Seattle. They played just a couple weeks ago yet again. They win 31-13, but Brock only has 11 points. But that's still a matchup to watch for. I like that one. Jared Goff against Chicago, I definitely like that one. Stafford, no. Dobbs against Vegas. Ooh, that's a rough one there. Russ kind of stands out to me at 5,800. Like, he's not blowing you away with fantasy points. Like, 2 games above 20 so far this season. But, I mean, like, his numbers are pretty consistent for his price point. Like, getting 18 points, so hitting, like, 3x value at his price point, and gets a really good matchup this week. Geno against San Fran. I still don't mind that one. I know they got slammed the other time, but Seattle's offense is against Dallas, like, that's a big momentum mover right there. So watch the injury news for New Orleans against Carolina. I would expect Jameis to be the quarterback this week, but we'll see what that looks like. Minshew 5,400 against Cincy. That's a good matchup with price point. Baker 53 against Atlanta. Don't really like that. Browning 52 against Indy. That's good, especially what he did last night. Like, really good game out of Browning. Like, really, really good. Aiden O'Connell 51 against Minnesota. Don't really like that. Ritter 5,000 against Tampa Bay. That's actually, I don't mind that one. I really don't. If Lawrence is out, Beathard is 4,900 against Cleveland. Bryce Young 4,900 against New Orleans. Joe Flacco down here, 4,700 against Jacksonville. That's a good one. Whoever ends up being the starting quarterback for the Jets is going to be 4,700 as well. And that's it for quarterback. Let's get to running back. McCaffrey, 9,200 against Seattle. Is that? Yeah, it's kind of where he's capped off this year. 92, 93, hit a 95. Good matchup there for him. Kamara, 8,200 against Carolina. One of the best matchups that you can ask for a running back this season. Eckler against Denver, another good. It kind of seems like a pay-up at running back this week. Kyron Williams, 73. He just gets a lot of volume, though. Like, so much volume. It's crazy. Etienne against Cleveland, no. Jacobs against Minnesota, no. White against Atlanta, no. Pacheco against Buffalo. He's kind of expensive for his, like, ceilings, but, I mean, almost average. Well, he's averaging 25 points a game in the last 2 games, so maybe not. Would have to watch the injury status of McKinnon, though. Gibbs 66 against the Bears. I don't mind that matchup for Gibbs. Like, versus Montgomery. Bears play the run pretty good. But Montgomery's pretty much just a touchdown specialist. Watch the injury news for Seattle. Brees Hall against Houston. That one's not bad. Mixon against Indy at 6,100. Could be a really good one if DeForest Buckner is out. I heard something about that. James Cook, 6,000 against Kansas City. No. Gus Edwards against the Rams. Nah. Zach Moss bumped all the way up. That's ridiculous pricing, though. Like, against Cincy, like, he was 4,600. They bumped him up 1,300 because he's just going to be starting. That's crazy. He should not be that much. That is crazy mispricing. Javonte, 58 against the Chargers. That one's a good one. Singletary against the Jets. No, not really interested. Hubbard, no. Ford, I don't mind. Matson, I don't mind. Yeah, Seattle, you're just watching that injury status. Not interested in the Bears running backs. I think it's too split. Pierce, no. Mitchell, maybe at his price point, 4,900. I don't mind that one. Keep going. No. I don't think anyone. No, I think that is it for running back. So let's go to wide receiver. No wide receiver above 9K, but we do have 4 above 8. We get Stephon Diggs against Kansas City. Tougher matchup. Keenan Allen against Denver. Another tougher matchup. Jefferson expected to play against Vegas, so that'll be a good one. I like that matchup. Amon-Ra against the Bears. Like that matchup. He had a decent game, 21 against Chicago. Mike Evans against Atlanta. Don't really like that one. Chase against Indy. I like that one, especially his price point, 7,600. It's cheap for Chase. Nico Collins against the Jets. No, not really loving that one. Adams against Minnesota. I don't mind that one. I just don't think he's ceiling capable with Aiden O'Connell. I think Aiden O'Connell does good for him, but he's not ever going to hit his ceiling. Cooper Kupp, 7,400 against Baltimore. If Puka's out, yeah, I'm taking Kupp. Like, at his price point, that's an amazing price point for Cooper Kupp. Michael Pittman, 7,300 against Cincy. That's a good price and matchup. Olave against Carolina, Ayuk against Seattle, yes. Debo, the pricing finally catches up. Debo, yes, same thing. DK, yes, against San Fran. I think, was it Lockett then? Had a good game? I think somebody on Seattle, passing-wise, had to have had a good game. DJ Moore against Detroit. Yeah, his price is a little high, but, I mean, his points just with Fields are good, so I like that one. Ridley, no. Thielen, no. He's just disappointing at this point. Cam Sutton, yes. Chris Godwin, no. Christian Kirk, watch the injury status, I guess. Like, it could make Ridley playable, but not really against Cleveland, especially with Beathard as the quarterback. Higgins, at his price point, yes. Cooper's another name to watch for if he's out. Elijah Moore's a crazy value. Gabe Davis, no. Zay Flowers, yes. Jacoby Myers. Against Minnesota, I would prefer Myers than Adams at their price point. 20 against Kansas City last week. Or last matchup, sorry. Tyler Lockett, did he have a... No. Did no one on Seattle have a good game? I feel like they did. But Tyler Lockett, yes, another good matchup. Garrett Wilson... I don't know who his quarterback is going to be, so I can't say yes or no yet. Jordan Addison is cheap. Underperforming, I guess. I still feel like that's cheap for Jordan Addison, but he hasn't really performed, so it makes sense. Rashee Rice, 54 against Buffalo. I feel like, yeah, he's like hovering around 10 fantasy points pretty much. That's a good price point for him. I like that one. Noah Brown gets priced up, 5,000. Don't really like it. Downs against Cincy, yeah. Judy against Chargers, yeah. There's drama going on, so look at that one. Drake London, 46. Oh, what? What is the pricing? What are they doing? What are they doing? I get it. He has a good game. But why does he go up 1,000 just because Amari Cooper's potentially out? It's not like he's having crazy good games. Jesus, DraftKings, what are we doing? Tyler Boyd, 44 against Indy. For the price, sure. Robert Woods, no. Was it JSN? No. No one went off on Seattle. All right. JSN's a good price point. He's good value. Keep going down. Zay Jones could be a value if Kirk's out. Jameson Williams is... I like Jameson Williams. Seems like they're trying to find ways to use him. Like he gets one play that's a Jameson Williams play. So, Tillman, I guess at 3,400 if Cooper's out, that's something to look at. Not too bad, but yeah, I would say that's it. That's it for wide receiver. Tight end, get Kelsey at 7,800 against Buffalo. I'm okay with that. I don't love it, but I'm okay with that. Laporta against Chicago. 6.8 against the Bears. I still like that price, though. Or I don't like the price. I like the matchup. I just don't like the price. TJ against Vegas, 6,000. That's fine. Kittle against Seattle. I mean, that's kind of how San Fran is. If they don't need to use Kittle, they're not going to use him as a pass catcher. But Kincaid. No. Taysom Hill against the Panthers, yes. Especially if Derek Carr is out. Taysom Hill, yes. I will take Taysom Hill at his price point. His price goes up, but it's one of those games. Watch the injury status for Dalton Schultz. If he's out, I would assume Belvin Jordan's a good play. I would assume he's in, but we'll see. Ingram, no. Komet against Detroit, yes. What do you do? Only 5 against Detroit. I still like it. His price is kind of higher, though, than the price range I like, but, yeah. Njoku against Jacksonville. I'm okay with it. I don't love it at first look. Pitts against Tampa, yes. Isaiah Likely, 3,500 if Zach Ertz doesn't sign there. Sure. Everett against Denver, yes, that one's fine. Parham, same thing, fine. Otten, yes. Giuliano, always. Said Belvin Jordan, watch this one if Schultz is out again. It's a really good matchup for him. 3 for 64, so watch that one. Tanner Hudson's kind of standing out, right? 7.5 last week, but his numbers are pretty good. You're paying $2,800 for him. That's a good price point. I don't mind that. And Troutman not used at all. Disappointed. And then defense, Seahawks against San Fran. That's fine. Bills against Chiefs, yeah. Chiefs against Bills, yeah. Like, that's good value there. Bears defense. Last 3 weeks, 7, 9, and 14. Broncos against Chargers, yeah. Jets against Houston, yeah. Like, there's good defensive matchups this week. I think it'll be fine. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I will have videos going out all week going over the positions and having my spreadsheet. So if you guys are interested in that, check it out later in the week. I'll have content going out for the Thursday night game as well. So if you guys are interested in that, check that out later in the week. And I will see you guys in the next one.